Hello and welcome. I have a little question for all you WARNO players out there. Do you even recognize this quaint little village here? This little agricultural hamlet? Because I don't think a lot of WARNO players even realize that it exists. Because for the most part they're kind of locked in their ways. But yeah, we're on Twin Lakes here, and I just want to tell you that this little unassuming town is going to become a horrible hellscape of death. So yeah, welcome to a WARNO 1v1 replay analysis. This is me versus Cream. I'm playing 35th, he's playing 5e Blinde. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe if you like WARNO. I've been playing it a lot, probably for like 3 or 4 months now maybe. So the content will continue for a while at least. But yeah, here we go. We'll talk about deployment. I rushed Oscar here and went for a conservative approach to Zulu. I think that's often I was assuming that Cream was thinking that this would be a that this would just be taken by me because I'm a airborne division and I'm just gonna like get there first and it'll be hard for him to take me out. And concentrate my sort of feint. Maybe that's the wrong word. Assume that he would underestimate the amount of points that I was putting into Oscar. As you can see, most of my infantry is being set up there. I'll speed it up a little. But little do I know that Cream is planning a helicopter rush. Commandos coming into Super Pumas with Gazelle cannons as support. He has AMXs. He has a Roland 3. He has these, I always read that as Sunshine, an AMX Sunshine. I don't know why. And then Dragon Paras coming this way. He's opening with 1 CV. I'm opening with no CVs. And yeah, that's as for my deployment. Some Conkers into this forest over here to kill AMXs, a Conkers here to kill AMXs, an OP Spetsnaz just in case, and a Spetsnaz just in case. The rest of my points going over here, no CVs, just troops, and over here I've got I think 3 Spetsnaz coming into the city, 3 Iglas sort of in a wide arc along here, Spetsnaz GRU to watch this, and a homosexual to guard this, and OP Spetsnaz coming to this building, one of these buildings, to try to get kills on trucks, and that's about it. My opponent isn't even going for this, so we're doing kind of the same thing. We're both feinting for the other's point, and here we go. So I'll hide this. And while we're waiting, I'd like to ask if any of you guys have replays that are worth watching. Please let me know in the comments and I can get in contact with you. I have a Discord, which I think is the new way that people socialize. So his Dragon Pairs come forward, his Sunshine AMX comes forward, and the helicopters come forward. Now, I took out the cheap forward deployable anti-helo thing in favor of the Afghansky anti-helo, which can't forward deploy, but it is far superior. They're really good. This OP Spetsnaz comes out, and it looks like my opponent is deploying at the edge of the city. When they land, the OP Spetsnaz ought to be able to destroy it. This Conkers does get the Sunshine Mobile. OP Spetsnaz kills one of the helicopters, and it can't see that one, unfortunately. My 2 Conkers go down, and the OP Spetsnaz is now surrounded by commandos. The Spetsnaz should win in a fight against commandos, but I pulled them out of the building, which is a mistake. And then there's also these helicopters. This Conkers heroically gets a nice hit here on the AMX-30. These Dragon Pairs infest this forest, and I have officially lost at this point. And I've got so many points over here. This homosexual kills or makes a Sunshine mechs go away. And the Spetsnaz is chased away by the Gazelle cannons. There are 2 commandos in here. Roland 3 coming forward very slowly. I guess he didn't have it on the right order here. That's bad. So what I'm thinking at this point is, okay, this isn't the end of the world. I need to set up an attack over here. He does take this point. But what I'm mostly worried about is him pushing through here and taking Alpha, because if he gets that, then you can't really control that tick. I know I'm going to lose this, so really the plan is to surround, defend this with minimal effort, and set up like a big assault across this field. That's my plan. I can't read his mind, but it seems like his plan... I do think he's making a mistake by not pushing these commandos forward. He's supplying these helos. What do these Super Pumas don't even have weapons? I guess it's because they're landed, maybe. Okay, I think they're leaving now. Yes, they're going away. So not really sure what the point of that this helo resupply is. I guess it's good to have it, but he should be pushing through the city. It seems like he's doing it now, so maybe he's just focusing on other stuff. He is right to think that he pretty much has control of the city. I don't know if I should have just, if the reaction to this is to just spam infantry into there with your first tick, but I had no way to deal with the helos, so it seemed like a bad idea to me. This sniper in the Spetsnaz will actually kill a commando unit, so he's doing his best. But the Spetsnaz does go down, and the sniper's still there, so I guess I technically still have a unit here. But we have this OP Spetsnaz here, which is going to make it a little difficult for him to just randomly take this over. But it's not a permanent solution. I have my AA coming forward. I'm trying to remember what I was doing here. I definitely was sending Spetsnaz to the forest to prevent infantry from walking along here. The other problem that his positioning here to me is questionable. These AMXs should be coming up to here and just locking this down. If they had been there, they would have killed this Spetsnaz that was routing terribly through there. A Jaguar comes in and whiffs its bomb. I guess he thought I was in here. It goes down to this blob of AA. More Afghansky coming over. This is actually more infantry, anti-infantry. The premise here is anti-infantry. This Conquers second to die. It does. Conquers dies. Bad there. Very bad. I guess I should not underestimate the ability, the time it takes to just move across here and infest this. It takes 0 time. Another Afghansky goes down. I'm bringing these here more for anti-infantry purposes to keep infantry from showing their faces here without getting sprayed by something. These 2 Conquers infest this forest and start firing at the AMXs, but this Milan 2 will win a fight against them. Maybe out of... No, still got ammo. He pops smoke. But what I really want here is a ground-based ATGM, a man-operated, or a I don't know, what's the word? Spetsnaz are actually going to have enough firepower to just take out these Gazelle cannons at close range with those arms. I actually consider them hyper them at this point, but I somewhat overreacted bringing these MiG-29s to just clear them. I didn't realize they were just Gazelle cannons. That Spetsnaz... I mean, I actually want as much health on him as possible to clear this forest. I'm sending OP Spetsnaz over here to have anti-vehicle. They kind of tag behind the Spetsnaz and can kill things. Over here, I'm starting to, like, I probed with a Hilo Motor Zvedka, but it did get shot down. I'm not entirely sure how. Maybe he used a plane. He sends, and he responds appropriately, bringing helicopters to help finish this off. Now I've got these infantry kind of probing around here. Maybe Spetsnaz isn't the ideal unit to do this, but they're nice and beefy. So whatever I run into will take some damage. As you can see, the tick is over. He does have plus 500 on me, so a sizable lead. And what he should be doing is trying to pressure me here to divert points from me, like getting the surround here, as well as I think he's locked into. He's been a dumb WARNO I don't know, creature, and thinking, I have this, he has to attack me. But I don't, because I have the tick. I do have to, the tick is over, so, but I do have to attack eventually. But I'm not going to attack that. Hell no. So, yeah, all of this is pretty good. You can see the helicopters burning in the forest. This is an interesting air fight. We shoot down one Mirage, but then my planes go directly over his Roland, and a Roland 2, now that I notice. The Roland 3 misses one. Oh, did they both get out? I think they both got out. And I killed it with the Sneed. Did they like fly up and get out? That was weird. I thought I lost those. Is there a dead plane? Where's the... I think they both got out. Okay, so that's good. Sneed destroys the Roland 3. So that was a good engagement for me. I thought for sure I lost those. That's super lucky if they got out by going up. I don't know what to say about that. If I were him, I think he deserves to be mad about that. If he's watching the replay. These Conquerors finally get some sight here. Need a recon vehicle. But these Milans are gonna make short work of these Conquerors. Unfortunate. We kill a vehicle. It would have been nice to get those Dragon pairs. This is just taking a long time to get these OP Spetsnaz waddling up here. I think if that Conquerors hadn't died coming along here, and if I'd instead maybe even just deployed it back there and had it waddle here, or just deployed it a little more intelligently, then that would have been good. Over here I've got two Spetsnaz that have inching along the lake, floating above the ground. This is where having some like Navy SEALs that can go underwater and then pop out here is the ideal situation for them. But the Spetsnaz don't have that ability. It'd be super cool to have a unit that could do that. So I don't like the position of this Roland. I think it'd be better to have it back here than right up next to this forest. I think the forest disrupts their line of sight. My opponent has put a fair amount of points into this. I'm not sure how much these commandos are. But there's like a solid noob pause here, and we might even speed up because this was good for me. What I needed to do was set up bombard him with grads and just get ready to attack this position. Still kind of figuring it out. I've never attacked this position before. I've never seen a video of someone attacking this position. The grads come down and do a lot of damage to the Dragon Paris. I did a pretty good job of keeping the grad fire consistent. We're at 2x speed now, because this is going to go on for a while. I think he's making a huge mistake by not pushing through here. That's what he needs to be doing, and he's not. He wants to sit here and infest it with ATGMs, which is fine with me, because I'm not going to attack this. I know what it feels like to infest this and how good it feels, and I am absolutely not going to do that. So I think it should be spreading out a little more, figuring out where I am, pushing into this city. In retrospect, it's always easier to... Spetsnaz gets lit up by this AMX-30. These OP Spetsnaz are just out of range. I think if I just Q attack moved through here, we could clear all of this. But I pull back. Content to smack it with the grads. Great grad strike right there, if I may say. That's obnoxious, but yes, it was a good grad strike, if I may say so myself. I need to remember to time grad strikes with advances as well, because that would have, right there, I absolutely would have cleared everything. So, actually looking at this, my grad work could be a little better. They do go there. It does not take them that long to reload. Conquers goes down. Got supply coming here to resupply these units in the forest. Let's see what I do with the Conquers, or I'm sorry, the Grads. These Spetsnaz get kind of cut out, and I'm starting to get like a pretty big presence in here. Nice artillery strike on a lot of units in here. Gets Estrella, threatens some Afghansi. This supply is fully healed these all the way up, unfortunately. I fire again, this time at this building, because I usually infest this with AA units. I don't know why. I guess he doesn't like this position. I think if he had two Mistrals, yeah, these Mistrals should be pushed up to the edge. They can't see anything back here. So there are mistakes being made by my opponent. He tries to counter battery, but I'm really not allowing myself to do this. Big push with planes over here. Really want him to not be able to send helicopters, and now here comes my first attempt to attack. I launch, okay, so I'm going to slow it down for maybe the first time, at least in a long time. I do smoke, and I know I'm doing it wrong. I don't quite know how the pros are doing it so like beautifully, where they make like a nice little thing here. I was trying to like tab select the mortars, and use the hotkey, but I was having a lot of trouble. And then on top of that, it's like not in front of these AMXs, so these BMDs come right into the waiting arms of these AMXs, and they're gonna take some damage. But I do finally adjust the smoke, but it just was poorly timed, very poorly timed. And now the smoke comes in right as they're starting to get their ATGMs off, and my AT plane is not getting there, but I do get the smoke off, and now we're going to have a bunch of infantry in close range on them, including the BMDs. I'm not sure if it's better to be an AMX or a BMD in close range. I would sort of assume it's an AMX. The AMX wins there. We do clear this out with the Spetsnaz. I wish I'd seen that. We do clear it out. Most of it, at least. More smoke falling down, and now these BMDs are coming into close range, and this is why I told you this point is, I don't think I've ever seen a video. I've certainly never done it. I've never had anyone to me attacking this point, so I feel like a pioneer in the WARNO community right now. It seems like up close the BMDs aren't doing terribly against these AMXs. Like, they are kind of sometimes dying, maybe. I don't really know. We've got a serious lack of OP Spetsnaz, which is what we want in here. There's one here, but the smoke is really causing me more problems than it's causing him. BMD at close range, I guess their autocannon isn't bad at close range. OP Spetsnaz do get that off. And we get our CV in here, finally getting us some points, and now my opponent's overinvestment into here, I think, is becoming apparent to him. I'm a little curious what he can see here. Sees a fair amount of Chasseur, getting way too close to Chasseur. I need to remember that they have AT. French. Yeah, it kills both BMDs. Enemy BMD killed. Why do they have an enemy? What? That's so weird. Oh, it must be like both models. So we're flooding in. I think it would be better to continue the smoke and get the Spetsnaz and OP Spetsnaz in close range here. The Spetsnaz here are going to clear a lot of these but they do have an AT thing, so that little recon vehicle goes down. Over here, I'm not paying attention to that. My CV takes a hit. I'm pretty happy to take this +2. I still have, I think this is the only CV I've brought out. Maybe there's another one back here. Yeah, there's that one back there. But I've still got 2 more. So, I'm willing to be a little risky with it. A bunch of helicopters come forward, definitely a good idea, and I'm starting to realize I have absolutely no AA. What should be happening is Conkers should be along this line right here, and there should be AA backing this up as well. But yeah, I don't know. I've never attacked this position before, and I was kind of assuming it was going to go badly. So really chaotic close range fight here. Stuff happening everywhere. My opponent wins because I just don't have enough AT. So these AMXs and this VAB is just going to kill everything. But I'm trying to keep this here as long as I can. I noticed that he doesn't have much AA. He tries to dive my helicopter with a Mirage, but doesn't quite kill it. I feel like he's chosen the wrong fighter plane because I thought the French fighter planes were really good, but these ones are getting wrecked. So I realize the error of my ways, and I send Conkers. I realize that this is probably doomed, but we did inflict a fair amount of damage, and I'm sort of impressed by how well it worked with the smoke, especially. He has more AMXs infesting, and so my goal here is just to spread these Conkers mobiles in a wide arc along here, get some BMDs in a wide arc along here, and out-spam him. And I'm feeling like I have air superiority too. I don't quite understand why, but I think he's just lost a lot of those fighters. It's not quite what I would expect. He finally gets my CV, and that brings my tick to a close, but I have caught up about half of the points, so that's good. This VBL Milan causing problems. This homosexual is out of ammo and could be moved forward to a better position. I guess he can see me. I mean, that is a recon vehicle, so not entirely surprising. We do see it now. He misses, and I think Conquer... actually, I don't know. It depends if it's a Milan 1 or a Milan 2. It's a Milan 2. I would think that it would go faster than that. We do spam more smoke on it, and now there are a lot of units here. But as you can see, I'm doing what I said I should have done earlier. Getting this line of Conkers, just to make sure there's not an immediate AMX push stopping or coming through. I've got BMDs coming behind, some BMD infantry kind of probing forward. I use them kind of like cannon fodder, and I realize they're not the best cannon fodder unit. But yeah, as you can see here, as soon as he tries to push up here to cause trouble, he just runs into a wave of ATGMs, and that's what we want. The BMD infantry is coming forward, and when I see these two helicopters, I give a general order to reverse, because these will clear this up. I have no AA here. I have an AT plane coming in, but I think I lost vision because of the retreat. Honestly, this isn't the end of the world. I've still got 16 minutes. If I can get that +4, then I win the game. I think it's 1,500 points to win. About maybe 2,000 points. I think it might be 2,000 points. So 4 divided by, or 4 times 60 is 240. 240 points a minute is, I win the game in, well, wait, I guess like 7.5 minutes. So, and then I've already got 200 points, so none of this is too bad. He's starting to spam his artillery at me. I've been, I think, neglecting my grads. I'm not quite sure what I've been doing with them. I think he's trying to counter battery my grads. I think in retrospect, I was mainly focusing on stuff here. Anything I could see here with the grads is what I was shooting at. But I think in retrospect I should have been bombarding this because there's a lot of clumped up stuff here. So now we advance without smoke into a much more not very good area. These Rolands fail pretty hard. I think he wants to spread them out because I'm being able to dodge 2 missiles at once with 1 flare. And now I give a general advance without smoke, so we'll compare. I was getting a little nervous here, but as you can see, just some smoke here would be pretty good, I think. Maybe. Actually, maybe not here, because the BMDs being able to light up the chasseur is what we want. So these chasseurs are going to just kill all the vehicles that end up in front of them, but we do suppress them pretty hard. They're flame troopers. So I do think that this is a situation where we absolutely didn't want to smoke here. Maybe smoke here. Got some infantry out in the open. Again, just kind of probing. But we're getting a lot of kills. This BMD swarm is kind of working. And my grads are continuing to dodge his artillery. Sort of performing two. There's a nice cluster bomb right there. So now I'm a little nervous about this whole thing, and tell me I'm using my smoke. Why am I not doing that? I pull back, it seems. So I think right here is where we needed the smoke, and that's why I was like, ugh. So that's what smoke is for, and I need to like figure out how the pros are markering that. What their like system is. These AMXs, do they not have ATGMs? They don't have ATGMs. That's so bad. So the BMDs are able to get in position, the Conquerors come forward. I'm not using smoke, I swear to God I use smoke. Whatever. Yeah, and this is what we want. Big blob here. With some AA interspersed, and it's just like, we get just a big wave of Soviet material. Finally the grads come in, and the smoke, so here we go. The smoke blocks this so we can get into close range. Again, maybe it's just the infantry that wants to get into close range, because I'm bringing these BMDs in here, and that actually doesn't make sense, because the chasseurs are just going to kill them. Oh, the chasseurs are almost dead. So I guess you don't want to bring your vehicles into the smoke. If that's obvious to some of you guys, I'm sorry, I'm still a noob. These BMDs punch through here with that smoke, which is good, instead of getting to his back line. Afghansky, take out the helicopters. And here I'm doing a better job of making a literal wall with the smoke. Helicopters come around here just in time. Well, actually maybe not. The Roland can't see them. Fires at that laser guided bomb. Does get its munition off. What happens with this Roland 3? We kill an AMX. Cluster bomb comes out. The Roland doesn't go on the helicopters. Are they gonna die? My MiG-29 goes down, but we have truly swarmed him here. BMDs wrap around this side, kill the CV, and now I've got my CV coming forward, and we still haven't dealt with the chasseur. So I think, in retrospect, the error in my smoke play is pushing the BMDs into it is definitely not necessarily good. Probably on the verge of something you actually should avoid. SLP Spetsnaz, if I was microing better, I could just kill that. The Aquila does move overhead of the chasseur, which is what we needed. And now these are gonna get cleared out. I bring my vehicle over here. I guess I sensed that there's still something in there and approach from this direction, which was correct. Now I can see the chasseur and kill it. And now we're nearing the end of the game. As you can see, my opponent is about to surrender. He stays for another minute. Oh god, my own grads kill me, my units. So the question is, did I have enough time to... Certainly enough time to get ahead. Yeah. So we're gonna pull ahead of him pretty fast with a +4. I don't know. I guess upon watching this video, my opponent was making a lot of errors. But I was just pleased with the way that I didn't panic about this and just smash my head against the wall. Although with my division it was maybe possible, but instead I did something. I kept my head, if I may say, and went for this, which is now... Actually, it doesn't look too bad. This part of the town, it's okay. Sounds okay. They're bullet holes, but it's alright. This side of the town, not so much. Pretty much burned down. So definitely room for improvement, but I was pleased. Also, it's kind of rare with 35th to be able to pull off like a push, you know? So that was also a dub. So let's keep going. AT planes are kind of finishing him off here. Too much stuff over here for him. And here, actually I'm a little curious what you can see. Not much. Okay. He surrendered. Let's check his rank. Okay, so we're rank 1000. Or is he... Why does it say sheep thief? I think that's my rank. Not really sure. His units didn't do bad. I'm a little curious about my grads. We got some kills with them. It's more that they're just sort of degrading his abilities. Conqueror's doing pretty well against the AMXs, which I wouldn't expect actually. BMD's performing quite well. Look at that. Yeah, okay. Thank you for watching. See you guys in the next one.